Please unmute yourself.
Muted.
You said you're in Pleasanton, is that where you're at?
Yeah, we're south of Pleasanton. We're about 10 miles north of Darties. You know, heard Buffalo or Prairie Hill,
Yeah.
we built out there.
I got a Eastern husband live there. Just south of that golf course on the east side of the road. There's
Come on in.
houses.
Yeah. Hey,
My name's Kaidence.
You said Kaidence?
Yes.
Keaton Nick, I'm sorry on that.
My name is Mike.
I'm Brad.
Nice to meet you
Good to meet
guys.
you.
Can I sit down?
Absolutely. Have a seat.
Well, I am from Omaha, the Omaha area, with SAD, just trying to, just pitch a product for the potential problem that I remember speaking about
Yep.
with the parking lot and then the constant, possible flooding of extending that parking lot, just in case we don't want that in any type of way. So I do have something here, just for you guys to look at, it's a visual aid.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. So basically what the product I want to pitch is just Storm Tech as a whole. It's designed primarily to be put underneath parking lots, which is super helpful, but we are very much against the stacking of it, just because there can be a possible weak point and it just completely collapsing and it not working at all, which we don't want that happening. And as also right here is just the green infrastructure, which is super nice because it like gives back to like churn away type of stuff. So obviously, these are some of the key benefits of Storm Tech, which are super helpful. And there's a large capacity that fits a very tight footprint, providing developers with more usable land for the development, which is super helpful and nice. And there's an open chamber design requiring only one chamber model to construct each row, assuring ease of construction and no repeating, and will also obstruct access or flow.
So let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
You mentioned something about stacking these.
Yes, I did not input it in here, but there have been a few people who have asked to see if it is possible to stack them for any type of reason. But because of that, we do not suggest it, just because there is a lot of process to go through with it. And again, the potential weak point of one of the Storm Tech things, like just completely breaking and it just not functioning.
Takes that structural integrity out.
Yeah, because like it says, the Storm Tech is recyclable stuff, so it doesn't hurt anything. It's really nice for nature and stuff. And they're super nice because obviously they go underneath and you won't see them at all, which are really nice for obviously parking lots and stuff like that.
So you said it's recyclable. This is made out of recyclable?
Yes. So SAD is very giving back to nature in a type of way. So all of these, any type of Storm Tech product that you're going to see anywhere, it's going to be made out of recyclable items just to help with nature and not like pollute it any type of way.
So I noticed on your front page here, you mentioned ASTM callouts.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, they're like, so my question is that the call out that you're using to use the recycled product?
Yes, that is the call out we are using for that.
So, yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head a lot, you know, with some of the issues that we're really encountering over there. You know, we also tried to expand the parking lot kind of over into the retention pond. So, you know, what kind of capacity, I guess, does this particular system have?
So with it also being with the great infrastructure, there's two different things that I really think are super nice about it. Is the rain garden is a big one, because obviously in this middle part here you have you can make it look fancy and stuff, but it also like flows in and waters that type of stuff and all that. And there are a whole bunch of benefits with just the rain garden on its own, which I think is really good. But with Storm Tech, it's super nice because there are some more benefits that include what's already in there. like right here, it's the increased storage capacity, which is super nice. And then it enables the use of rain generates in areas with low soil. And then storm check system can act as an emergency overflow for the rain garden if that potentially happens if we get heavy rain here in Nebraska. So
say we get a 100-year rainstorm. I mean, generally speaking, that's kind of what we like to design a lot of our drainage systems too. Is this something that would be able to sustain that type of storm?
I feel like it should be able to, because with storm tech and any type of green infrastructure that we offer, it supplies a long life for it. So it won't break down, nothing should go wrong. But I feel like it should be able to withstand that in any type of situation that might come to us.
Okay, and so next question, I guess, with it being a parking lot, how does it, address the, we're gonna get fuel and oil spilled in there. I mean, it's inevitable over time. And then obviously when we get the rain, it comes down into our stormwater system. How does this particular system, how does it address that to make sure that we're not putting those pollutants then down into our water system?
Yes, so it actually there's a filtration process, when it goes through the storm tech with the green infrastructure, that'll take out all the debris and pollution on here. And I think, yeah, it states it right here for the benefits. It'll take out all of these pollutants that come through and stuff, especially just like the stuff you mentioned, the oils, the debris, any types of pollutants that'll come through. It'll take all of that out and it'll just be fresh water for any type of nature that's nearby.
Maintenance, what's that look like?
So basically, when we start with these, you have to continuously water the plants in the middle, just in case for some reason we have a drought at some point. But there's also weeding that potentially needs to be done just so it looks nice, and also again, so stuff doesn't overflow. So
is the rain garden, is it a required piece of this puzzle, or is it just an option?
It's just an option. That is just one option. There is another option. That's the impervious pavement, which is super nice. So it's just a paving method for roads, parking lots, and walkways that are super nice, and it allows movement of water and air through the paving material stuff. And one of the benefits that I really liked about it for the safety is that there's no black ice on it. So when snow happens, and obviously we get black ice here a lot in Nebraska, it's 100% most likely not going to happen with black ice, and then it reduces a lot of hydroplaning. So there's not going to be hardly any accidents within the hotel's parking lot, which will save people a lot of costs and damages to their vehicles.
So is that impervious pavement, I mean, is that something that you guys provide, or is that something that we'll have to work through with our local batch plants? Or
it'll probably have to something you would have to work through with your
local suppliers?
Yes, sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, and then again with the storm tech benefits, which are super nice too. Yes, storm tech previous. The chambers are provided 100% void, increasing the storage volume of that. And then a bare chamber volume allows increased storage, because relying just only on the dome, it does not provide a long-term factor for any type of safety precautions.
Yeah, because that's what, I mean, we want to make sure this is a long-standing product.
Oh, yes, for sure.
I mean, we don't want to come back in 3 to 5 years and tear everything out and spend another couple $1 million of the hotel's money. So we want to make sure that whatever we're doing is a good long-term solution for that. So what is structurally speaking, I mean, any issues? I guess I should actually start that with, how deep does this system go?
So basically, this is just a little bit of a diagram right here. So you'll have the previous payment on top of just normal concrete, I'm assuming, from what it says here, and then underneath it'll be the storm tech type, storm tech. And so I assume it should be pretty deep, but like not so deep that it's not going to work.
Gotcha. So is the pervious pavement, is it a requirement of this system, or is it just kind of one of those things that it helps improve the system?
It's not a requirement. It's just one of the things that like it just makes it like function better in a type of way, which is super nice. We do have one of our newer types of storm tech, which is not listed on here. It's the MC 7200, which I have seen used quite a bit. They're a little bigger, and then right this front page right here, it also takes up not as much space as you can see with the SC 310, which takes up quite a bit since they are a little bit smaller. But yeah, so this one is, again, takes up a lot more area with just one piece and stuff. So it'll just be able to flow through, like prevent all that overflow in the parking lot.
Is there a discharge system for like any overflow or excess? Say we get one of those big summer rains. Does this system contain it? I mean, will it ever fill it up to where it might have to discharge some of that, or?
Yeah, so compared to competitors, the MC 7200 is one of the bigger chambers on the market, which is super nice because I haven't seen anything that's like similar to size, I guess, in a way for it. So I feel like that's a really big improvement for it too.
So when this says reduction here, 40%, 20%, what is that reduction?
So basically, when it's saying reduction, it's just, as you can see, the sizing is a complete difference. So again, this takes up a lot more room compared to, let's say, the MC 3500. It'll be a 40% reduction of space wise of how many of these you want to use, of how much storm tech you'd like to use.
Okay.
So say for our parking lot, I mean, you're recommending either the 45 or the 7200. Cost wise to install, I mean, what is, we got some reduction on footprint. I mean, is install cost can be about the same, or I mean, I'm assuming if it's a little bit deeper, we're gonna probably have to go a little bit deeper into the ground, right?
Yeah, the thing about cost is it's a little different depending on the region, just due to fuel, labor, like all that fun stuff. It just varies, and then also it just varies on how much of it you would let's need.
Okay, do you guys do the install?
Yes.
So we basically buy it direct from you, and you guys perform the install for us?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, we really like that.
Yeah, so you're talking total install. I mean, you'll do the drainage heater plus the tile top, I guess, for lack of a better word.
I know we do the drainage. I think you would have to contact like a potential like supplier for the previous payments if that's something you'd like to do, just because they are separated in a certain type of way. Because I know green infrastructure is used with different types of drainage systems, but I just know that it would be a really huge help and make storm tech last longer than what it makes it out to seem.
So if the cost of going with pervious pavement is detrimental to the overall budget that the owner wants to spend, say we went with just a normal concrete, I mean, is that going to affect the efficiency of the system?
It will not affect that at all. It's just, again, those potential risks and safety things that could happen. That's just another thing, but it won't damage anything. It won't make it won't make it run any worse.
Okay.
So I did have a question back there. What you would do is your green. I mean,
The rain garden.
Rain garden, yeah. Is there a minimum footprint required for a rain garden?
I do not believe there is any minimal footprint because it is, and just so like as you can see, it's just the middle part.
How does it work? I guess Does it just drain the water to the rain garden from the lot?
It'll drain it to the rain garden and then to like, if there's any type of
Access.
excess, it'll go towards that chamber area.
Okay. So then we'd have to get with our landscape architect though, if we want to figure out how we want to do that, or is that a service that you guys provide?
You would have to get with your landscape architect just to verify, because you do have to have like native plants in a way to keep it fresh and obviously looking nice.
So you've got curbs in here, is that correct? Want to understand that? correct?
Yes, because it does like dip down in like a little bit of a ditch area, just so you can
Channel the water.
channel the water down underneath.
Interesting.
So what's the lead time on getting this system? If I know we're looking at probably trying to start or be complete by August.
Okay.
Obviously, pretty tight timeframes.
Yes, I get that.
So, and we really want to try to get going. Really as soon as it frosts out of the ground, it's no longer muddy, so.
Yeah,
You know, by early to mid-April, we want to be rocking and rolling over there with the dirt work and really by, I think, what was it, mid-April?
Yeah.
Mid-April, we're looking at, you know, we probably need this system. I mean, is that a issue on your guys' end or?
no, just because just because some of these are so new, they're still like in stock and stuff. So you could like give us a call whenever and we can give you a price estimate. We can tell you when it'll be there. And I assume it should not be there any later than when you want to start.
Your guys' availability, like in that mid-April timeframe, you guys would be, if we ended up contracting with you to put this in, you guys wouldn't have any issues meeting those timeframes?
Of course, no.
Although this looks really nice, these rain gardens, I'm curious how many parking stalls it ends up taking out in the lot. That
Yeah.
could be an
That
issue.
is true, yeah.
Yep.
Just from my understanding, again, you would do the install.
Yes, we would do the install, and if you either wanted the rain garden or the pavement, you just either have to contact about your landscape person or the people who would do your cement and stuff about the additional.
Alright. But neither of them is technically required to make
No.
your system efficient.
Definitely not.
It's just good benefits.
Yes,
So if we would have some issues with it, maybe it's not draining correct properly or whatever the case like that, who do we turn to?
I would probably contact us because again, we are recommending this and we haven't heard any complaints recently about it. But I would say contact us about it and we'll come look, check it out and see what's going on. And then see if it's an easy fix or if you're gonna have to get, for some reason, like a whole new system.
Who covers that?
Is that covered under warranty? Like, I guess what is the warranty of the system?
I cannot think of it off the top of my head right now. I'm going to be completely honest. But I know there is some type of warranty. I just can't think of it off the top of my
Okay.
head right now.
Yeah, because if we end up having to replace the system, I mean. Obviously, if you're in a smaller area, that's much better, but there's obviously some cost involved with that. And, I guess. For us, we would, if it's that system, we would anticipate that the owner would not have to pick those costs up. So I think that'd be something to go back and look at. To make sure, that's covered under warranty, so.
So I know we've talked to some other suppliers, a similar type of product. And they've indicated that they have filters and filtration. And maybe I missed that and you touched on that, but can you go back over that and
For fuel or did we hit on that? I can't remember.
I believe we did, but yeah, like I said, the whole storm tech system, it has a filtration process like all the way through it, which will filter out all those like nasty like particles and stuff like phosphorus,
Your contaminants.
air contaminants, any type of all that, and it'll just filter it right through and it'll just be, it won't harm the environment in any type of way.
Okay, so yeah, I see something here that says it's about 80% efficiency, which is good.
Yeah.
So as far as the maintenance of these filters, because that would eventually it's gonna go over to the hotel owner.
Mhm.
And so we're always interested in the ease of getting them serviced and
Yes.
timeframes,
Maintenance.
maintenance schedules, that kind of stuff.
Mhm. So basically it's there's an integrated like lifting feature on it to like install it easier. Which will allow for safer and it's more efficient installation, so like nobody gets hurt and it's faster. It's actually proven to be 40 times faster with the lifting area, along with the longer chambers, and there's less joints, which again is the 40% faster installation involving it.
So it's probably something that the maintenance guy at the hotel is not gonna be doing.
No,
They're probably gonna-
definitely not.
Just gonna call, give you guys a call if there's an issue and come out and maintain it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
The questions.
Yeah, I don't think I do either at this point, so. I really appreciate bringing that information in today. That was very helpful.
Yep.
All righty, well, it was really nice to meet you guys.
Me too as well.
Of course.
Great to meet you.
Well, of course, thank you again for having me.